indirect contributors, no, solo parents, wala naman sa kanilang matatanggalan ng benepisyo as this this representation has mentioned. But over time, yung magagandang mga new packages na niro-roll out, yung zero balance billing pa nga lang, na pinupondohan pa lang, baka uuwi yung mga tao na malaki pa rin yung balance nila, hindi zero, di ba? But not targeted sa isang sector. Lahat ng members ng PhilHealth, parang mag-share din sila ng burden ng lack of funding if tuloy-tuloy ito. Kaya nga pareho tayong panawagan, Your Honor, na sana kahit quarterly dagdagan yung talagang supposed to be pondo ng PhilHealth.
Yes, Madam Chair. And that's why nabanggit ko nga po kanina na I look forward to working with Madam Chair para dun sa pinaka-optimal na remittance program from national government towards PhilHealth and back to PhilHealth. Kasama na po ko sa iyong utang na dapat ibalik. Dahil how long na pwedeng mag-operate ang PhilHealth not with those optimal fund flows, and perhaps at a certain point might be theoretically forced na mag-dip into sa surplus funds niya. So hindi po talaga dapat. And that's precisely, I believe, Madam Chair, the strongest argument we can make towards government. Bagamat kanina, dun sa general principle, sa pamamagitan ni Chair Sherwin, meron na po tayong commitment in principle, no, from the DBCC. Panghahawakan po natin and na ibalik na at ibigay ang dapat ibigay at ibalik sa PhilHealth. Dahil pag hindi, talagang anong mangyayari? Talagang magiging at risk, manganganib po yung mga benepisyo na ini-ensure ng ating batas ng UHC sa lahat ng contributors, direct at indirect man. At Madam Chair, dahil paulit-ulit na issue ang kulang na premium subsidy, hindi nababayaran ng lahat ng indirect contributors at 5,000 pesos lamang ang premium payment kumpara sa 7,995 pesos na singil ng PhilHealth. Ano po ang malinaw na basehan ng gobyerno sa patuloy na pagbabarat ng premium contribution? At paano balak ng PhilHealth bawiin o kolektahin ang hindi nabayarang premium mula sa national government? I think partially, Madam Chair, natalakay na po natin ito sa plano nating magdisenyo tayo at magkasundo sa national government yung remittance pagbabalik sa PhilHealth, Madam Chair.
Yun na nga po talaga yung kailangan gawin, na makonbinsin natin ng DBM na this amount is rightfully due to PhilHealth and kailangan ng tao kasi naintindihan naman po natin na the last few years parang hindi mo masyado maganda yung rollout ng program. So when I say naintindihan, hindi ibig sabihin na ako ay sumasang-ayon sa desisyon ng DOF and DBM to remove the supposedly 89 billion na naging 60 billion. Pero yung dinadahilan nga nila is hindi naman nagagamit, nakatenga lang daw yung pera. But ngayon, na napakaganda ng mga programa, there's absolutely no reason kung bakit hindi pondohan at ibigay yung full support dito sa mga packages na ito na pakinabangan ng ating mga kababayan.
Well, tingin ko, Madam Chair, debatable kung kahit sa mga taon na may judgment ang ibang bahagi ng gobyerno na hindi maganda o hindi pinakamaganda ang performance ng PhilHealth, kung yun ay pwede nilang sabihin, basihan nila para kunin nga yung pera na by law dapat talaga nakalaan lamang sa PhilHealth. But we can say, and I join the Madam Chair in saying this, lalo na ngayon na gumaganda lalo ang performance ng PhilHealth at ambisyoso yung mga plano nila, all the more reason those monies taken should be returned at dapat tuloy-tuloy yung flow of funds na naaayon sa PhilHealth, whether through the syntax law or yung annual budget making exercise natin.
With the indulgence of Senator
Yes, Mr. President.
I would like to interject that ever since Dr. Mercado took over PhilHealth, there was a big improvement in the rollout of the programs of PhilHealth, and I was a witness And last year, medyo nagkano pa from the former PhilHealth head. Iba yung consultation niya. I think he was more proud that there was big reserve funds. No? Na yun tuloy, pinakialaman po. So at least now with Dr. Mercado at the helm, we are very optimistic that even the participation of PhilHealth in the hospital billings, which he committed, will be increased likewise, no, in the coming year. So again, I'm also a witness. I had a procedure recently. Sabi po no sa state, private hospital, that a lot are getting their procedure yung cataract operation, and PhilHealth is already covering cataract operation, even the lenses, no? So congratulations to Dr. Mercado. At least maganda na at they are working harmoniously with the DOH secretary. Hindi na sila magsusugtukan ng tulad dati. I'm sure that this will benefit most of the members, no? So yun. We wish you all the luck, and we will definitely with you, Secretary, Chairman of the Committee on Health, St. Pia, and myself as the principal sponsor of UHC, lahat tayo dito, we will really try to support the PhilHealth now that it has really improved immensely under Dr. Mercado. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. President, before Her Honor continues her interpellation,
yes, Madam
I just
Chair.
want to emphasize that when DOF removed the funds from PhilHealth, this representation's position was that if, in fact, funding in PhilHealth is not being used, the solution is to ensure that the executives in charge of running PhilHealth use it and not to remove that funding. So I agree wholeheartedly with Her Honor. Ang ibig ko lang naman sabihin doon sa sinabi kong naintindihan ko, it wasn't like I understand, it's okay. I meant like, pinilit kong intindihin yung logic nila. Nakita ko yung logic nila, pero hindi ako sumasang-ayon dun sa conclusion na what conclusion they came up with. Anyway, Your Honor has the floor.
Salamat, Madam Chair. And gusto ko ring makiisa dun sa sentiment na in-express ni Mr. President, and I join with him and Madam Chair in also sharing the excitement I feel, a renewed excitement working with the new PhilHealth leadership in partnership with the DOH leadership. Dahil nararamdaman ko rin, Mr. President, Madam Chair, yung hindi lang yung kaalaman pero yung care, no, sa PhilHealth leadership, which makes it all the more worthwhile to work as kami sa Kongreso as a partner sa fulfillment ng pangarap ng universal healthcare sa ating state health insurance and health financing pillar ng UHC system. And lastly, Madam Chair, dito sa paksa ng premium payment for indirect contributors, bukas din po ba ang komite sa amendments para masiguro ang full payment ng 14.5 million indirect contributors, or at least, again, kahit additional support for the most vulnerable among them. Halimbawa, persons with disabilities, seniors, youth or SK, solo parents, at athletes para siguradong walang maiiwan sa UHC, Madam Chair.
Full support naman tayo, Mr. President, kung may mga amendments na ganon. Believe me, we have tried. Pinipigaan natin ang ating chairman, nangangayayat na nga sa kakapiga natin, but hope flows eternal for PhilHealth, diba? So, pagtulungan po natin yan.
Okay. Yes, Madam Chair, let's do that. Okay po, and lastly, para sa mga tanong ko sa PhilHealth, yung paborito nating 60 billion peso augmentation for benefit improvement. So finally, let me address the 60 billion peso item for benefit improvements. Congress, as more and more of us, Madam Chair, have stated, Congress must assert that these are PhilHealth's own funds, not appropriated funds from the national government. Kasi po, Madam Chair, bakit ang sariling pera ng PhilHealth ay pinipresenta sa national budget na parang bagong suporta ito? Hindi ba ito misleading sa Kongreso at sa publiko? And lastly, Madam Chair, pwede po ba tayong kumuha ng confirmation kung yung pondong ito ay restricted at tied ba ito sa isang special provision, Madam Chair?
Because it never has but it was never. Thank you for that question. Maganda hong ipaliwanag sa tao yan, ano. So, tayo po gusto natin maibalik yung pondong yon. If and when Senator Lauren takes the floor, but I think she does intend to take the floor on the same issue, ang paniniwala niya is ibang source dapat yung panggalingan yan. Pero sabi ko naman sa kanya, kung ganon, kunyari supplemental budget, baka lalong hindi makarating.
Yes.
So mabuti nang ibalik na natin ngayon, no? So that is this representation's position. Having said that, yun ding house naglagay din sila ng 60 billion sa kanilang version sa GAB, pero medyo may mga restrictions ang sa kanila. Sa atin po wala kasi kinuha na galing yan sa PhilHealth eh. Bakit mo ibabalik ng may restrictions? And
exactly,
in all inaral naman po natin, ang daming paggagamitan, hindi naman kailangan i-restrict. And kung maganda naman ang management, bakit mo sila pipigilan na gamitin nila sa kung anong paraan na kailangan? Meron lang mo tayong, ano ba tawag natin dyan? Special provisions. Mga special provisions. We can furnish her honor with a copy. But suffice it to say na huwag ko kayo mag-alala, yung ating recommendation wala naman ng restrictions.
Maraming salamat para doon, Madam Chair. Kahit yung konting kabang nararamdaman ko sa posibilidad ng special provision, kahit paano naiibsa ng kahit konti nung sinabi ni Madam Chair na walang kondisyon na ipapataw sa PhilHealth para ibalik sa kanya ang pondong kanya naman talaga sa simula, kinuha sa kanya, kaya gaya ng sinabi ko kanina sa interpellation natin sa general provisions, dapat ituring na utang. At ang utang ay dapat ibalik. At kung kinuha yung perang yon in the first place na dapat hindi kinuha, lalong dobling hindi dapat isa sa uli na may provision. Baliktad. May condition. Baliktad po yun. So I'm glad and I'm proud na sa ating Senate version so far, walang kondisyon tayong ipinapataw. And I hope ito yung isa sa pinaka-strongly felt ko na dapat ito yung manaig na formulation sa budget item na to hanggang pagdating sa bicameral conference committee
to be clear, Mr. President,
yes, Madam Chair.
Meron tayong, kasi sabi ko nga, may special provision yan, pero ibang-iba dun sa provision ng House. Ang sa atin po, na magamit ito, including but not limited to. So, kumbaga, in-emphasize lang, we only emphasize those items na priority naman talaga ng PhilHealth. Di natin in-invented, for example, zero balance billing. So again, I say, including but not limited to. Di gusto nilang maglagay ng 10 million dyan, pwede. Gusto nilang 1 billion, pwede. Choice naman po nila yon. So nag-emphasize lang tayo ng mga programs that they themselves are supporting. I would rephrase it by saying, this is to show support that we in the Senate also believe in those programs. So this is zero balance billing, the benefit packages for catastrophic and high cost. Ito yung tinatawag na Z benefits. And then yung expansion of outpatient, yung YAKAP. Tapos yung DRG. Yung DRG po, it's the payment system that will be that we are going to move towards coming from the case rates. So these are all the priorities of PhilHealth. Supportahan lang natin.
Salamat, Madam Chair. And I look forward na, gaya ng sinabi nila kanina, matanggap yung kopya ng proposed special provision para mapag-aralan ko rin completely. Salamat, Madam Chair. So, Mr. President, Madam Chair, for the record, before I suspend in order to give colleagues a chance, and then I can come back with my last questions for DOH. So at this moment, for the record, the 60 billion pesos reflected in the budget should not be considered an augmentation to PhilHealth's funds, as it represents existing funds that already belong to PhilHealth but were taken by the national government. PhilHealth must recover its fiscal year 2025 subsidy which was previously denied.